Welcome to Sunshine Cathedral's Queer God Squad. It's Friday, April 25th. I am Bishop Darrell Watkins, the Senior Minister of Sunshine Cathedral. With me today are Bishop Robert Griffin, Reverend Dr. Ann Atwell, and Reverend Kevin Tisdall. We are the Queer God Squad. Visit sunshinecathedral.org to learn more about our progressive faith community and how you can be a part of it, no matter where you live in the world. Watch our streaming programs, ask for prayer, make donations, and follow us on social media. If you live in South Florida, be sure to check out the Sunshine Cathedral Center for the Performing Arts, offering entertainment for the LGBTQ+ community to benefit the LGBTQ+ community. Queer God Squad was created by Hotspots Happening Out to support our mission to explore the value of faith in the LGBTQ community. There's no streaming TV show like this in the entire world. In 2025, we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of Hotspots Magazine, the 5th anniversary of Queer News Tonight, with nearly 10,000 stories and 10 million views in 2024. We will produce the 25th anniversary of Stonewall Pride Parade and Festival on June 14th, Pride Fete Diversity Pride in August, and Pride Fort Lauderdale next February. We are the largest nonprofit LGBTQ media organization in America, and we encourage you to support our mission to inform, entertain, and educate our community and allies. If you enjoyed the Queer God Squad, please share this or other episodes with your friends, family, and social media communities.
This is the Sunshine Cathedral perspective. Gay clothing optional campground in Texas excludes transgender men. The owners of a gay campground are standing their ground regarding their decision to exclude trans men from their site, even though they are experiencing a backlash for it. Grizzly Pine in Navasota, Texas, is standing by their policy against transgender men at the campground. And I'm quoting them. This campground was created as a haven specifically for men who historically lacked spaces where they could express themselves openly without outside judgment, even from within the broader LGBTQ+ community, end quote. That is what the campground deleted from their social media posts. Ironically, the owners didn't see that trans men are judged more than cisgender men, even from this campground itself. Is this common that cis gay men don't consider trans men men? What makes a man? What makes a queer man? And what harm could be caused by not discriminating against trans men in all male spaces? The Queer God Squad has some things to consider. Well, I just went all over the world as I was thinking about this. We yell and scream about making sure that trans people are comfortable in restrooms. Yeah. But now you've got this campground that is discriminating. I did a list of the big elephants that are in so many rooms about historic segregation within our community, not within the world. But if you go out partying, in my day anyway, I don't know if it's different now, you went to, as a gay man, you went to an all-male club. Mm-hmm. If you were a gay woman, you would go to a lesbian bar. And I went to one once with a friend of mine who's a lesbian and had to be allowed in. The owner said, oh no, it's okay, he's with her. So you've got that. You've got clubs that are all black. Black men, black women. You have clubs that are all white. White men, white women. And that's something that I don't think that we talk about enough in the queer community, that the discrimination within our community is just as prevalent as it is all over the world. Mm-hmm. So does it surprise me that a all-male campground is saying that a trans man does not belong in their midst? No, I'm not surprised. I'm just friggin' annoyed. I am. And it's
bothered.
I don't know how we change it, because this is something that's been going on, as far as I know, since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
So what do we do?
Well, are we talking about comfort? Are we talking about safety? Are we talking about privilege? Because there's different motivations for doing things. And the people who most often have a problem, this is anecdotal.
Yes.
I haven't done an official study. I don't have a blind group and whatever in a survey. But it seems to me that the people I noticed being very upset about these people, those people, the other people coming into whatever space are cis white men, whether they're gay or straight. that there is a level of in chargeness of being a straight, white, cisgender man that if that seems at all threatened to them, they seriously melt down, seriously misbehave, can even become abusive. And so the TERF women, they say that's about safe, keeping women safe. But by saying that, they're saying trans women aren't women.
That's right.
And that bothers me. But I feel less qualified to speak to that because I can't ever be on the inside of that. And yet, I think women are women who say they're women. And I think men are men who say they're men.
Yep.
And so if it's a male campground, I don't know how you exclude trans men. Now, if this is, you had to have been born with a penis campground, say that.
Yeah.
But that's not about men. Because some people identify as women, have people who are intersex, have some, all kinds of stuff going on. And so if it's about genitalia, say that. Do you have to have it now? If you used to have it and it changed, does that count? If you were in some sort of horrible accident and it's just gone, are you still a guy? I mean, if it's about the penis, say that. Because not all men have penises.
Yeah.
And not all men have testicles, and that's just the truth. And some men have foreskin and some don't, and some men have small genitalia, and some men have large genitalia, some men have one ball. It comes in all kinds of ways. And that's not what a man is. A man isn't someone who has two balls or one ball. A man is someone who has no ball. A man is someone who identifies and lives his life as a man. And that has so little to do with what's in his drawers. And so I think this is about control. Like I need to be sure that I'm somehow on top of this pyramid. And so I need a male space, and I even get to define what a man is. Screw you. I cannot stand it. I just can't stand it. Now I understand affinity groups. Sometimes men want to be with men. Okay, fine. Radical fairies, do your thing. Women need to be with women on their cruise, and bears want to be with bears, and minority spaces. We used to deal with whitey all the time. You want your I get it. Maybe you're whitey and you need your whitey space every once in a while. I don't know. I've never enjoyed all white people, but kind of scare me. Kind of scare me. But then to say, and I get to decide what that is.
Yeah.
And get over yourself. Like if you want to be with men, let men come. And you are not the arbiter of what a man is.
The line that annoyed me the most was that in that quote, this campground was created as a haven specifically for men who historically lacked spaces.
Yeah.
Just immune to irony.
I'm telling you, that was, yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. Here, a couple of weeks ago, I was on a lesbian cruise, and there were a number of trans women, a number of trans men. Yay.
Yeah.
Yay. I don't care.
Right.
It's not my job to judge. And hey, welcome.
Right.
Welcome, all people. I don't have time for people saying, and for TERFs, it's not about safety. It's not about, I don't care what you say. You can say whatever you want to say. It's not about safety.
J.K. Rowling's riding that till the wheels fall off.
Oh,
gosh,
yeah.
yes.
Okay.
And now she doesn't like ace people.
Did you see that too? Yeah. Yeah.
Who can be bothered? Well, if they don't want to have sex, it's not about sex.
No. So it's just, I don't have time for that. I don't have time for TERFs. It's about privilege. It's about saying who is in and who is out.
That's it.
That's it.
That is it.
We often talk about there's work to be done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lord.
And I'm constantly amazed by how much work we have to do in the LGBTQ community and dealing with our own folks.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is, you would like to think people who are in the margins, are found in the margins, operate in the margins, knows what the margins look like and would do anything they can to break those margins down for other people. But I agree with you, Kevin. That was that quote got deleted.
Yeah.
That was what I was going to hone in on. It was called, for men who historically like spaces.
Show me one.
The whole world is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that was what was bothering, that was troubling that. That was what
Where
was
do
troubling
cis
me
men
about
have
that.
trouble
Yeah.
gaining access? Where does that happen?
And it's just one of those reminders again about privilege, about power, about access, about resources, yada, yada, yada. Folks, we're all in this together.
Yeah.
Life is too short to be kind of slice this pie any thinner than it is. We all need each other. And we all need each other in this game together, especially right now. In this political atmosphere that we're in right now, we need all of us on board working together and quit being what you are.
Right? Well, and there, in our community, and I'm talking about people that are pretty active and you think well of, you think more of I will hear sometimes, why are you always talking about trans people? Because they're people, because they matter, because they're part of the world. Why wouldn't we talk about trans people? Or why is it always political, or why is it always so liberal? I'm sorry that you thought people's lives, having equal justice and equal protection and equal opportunity, I'm sorry that you thought that was overly political or annoying or something. But that shows you that you have navigated homophobia with your white male privilege.
Yeah.
And good that was an option to you. But now that you're aware of that,
Yep.
now you've got work to do.
Uh-huh.
Now, because you've got a few more resources, it's your responsibility to use those resources to help people who don't have them. And I'm just always hurt to realize that people that I am working with or depend on or believe in, like that's news to them.
Yeah.
Well, why do we have to do things where, women feel safe or comfortable? So they'll feel safe and comfortable.
Thank you.
I mean, why is this hard?
Yeah.
Why is, or why do we have to use language that doesn't privilege? Because people need to know that we want them here or whatever. So it seems so simple to me, and yet there's still pushback. Why are we talking about it? Why can't we just hear about Jesus? Because Jesus was a badass. If we're talking about Jesus, you're going to get annoyed because he challenged systems and he challenged power dynamics. He wasn't executed for being Mary Sunshine.
I know this is a different lens at this, but we're beginning to look at more and more gay men courses who now allow women to sing in gay men's courses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So guess what, folks? Change happens.
And HBCUs created because they weren't allowed other places.
Right.
Yeah.
Now they have options. Some of the best schools in the world, Spelman, Morehouse, Howard, are HBCU, and white people go to them. In fact, I think the University of Arkansas Pine Bluff, which is historically black college, I think it's about 30% white now, the student body.
Yeah.
And you can't find an HBCU that has an all black faculty.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
Go figure.
That's
Growth.
That's hello.
Yeah.
So you know what? let folks come to your campground and let them. And if you can find someone who's comfortable walk around naked, God bless them. Let them do it anywhere, because it won't be me. So I am proud of those who will. Well, that's today with the Queer God Squad.
Before we go, we want to invite you to join Sunshine Cathedral on a wonderful travel experience and help our mission for our community. Join us on the Florida AIDS Walk Pride Cruise. This unique 3-day cruise will sail from Miami on the $1 billion and ultra-deluxe 170,000-ton MSC Seascape on November 2nd, 2025. The cruise is for the Florida AIDS Walk. Your participation helps 13 vital beneficiaries in our community. The cruise is an incredible value starting at just $199 and is also a fundraiser for the Sunshine Cathedral. Parties, special events, and more aboard, including a special unlimited beverage and open bar with Wi-Fi for all 3 days for just $68. We invite you to join us on this amazing cruise for fun. This vital cruise for good.
Again, I invite you to share this episode on your social media, and I also welcome you to find Sunshine Cathedral on Facebook or Instagram. You can also like our Bishop pages on Facebook. My page is Bishop Darrell Watkins, that's 2 R's and 2 L's, Bishop Darrell Watkins D. Min, that's short for Doctor of Ministry, and Robert's page is Bishop Robert Griffin D. Min. We're both on TikTok as well.
Thank you for joining the Queer God Squad today. We're here daily at 3 p.m. to have some fun and discuss what our LGBT community is talking about.
Sunshine Cathedral is the world's leading progressive queer church. Progressive, queer, and God are words that naturally should go together. Remember that. We all are in this together.
Also remember, you are God's miracle, not God's mistake. Until next time, we are the Queer God Squad. Goodbye.